Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I am on to day 7 of my sketchbook challenge, and I'm still working on some scenes that I took photos of down at Sussex Inlet on the south coast of New South Wales, and I rather like this boat shed from this homestead that I snapped along the way. I thought, yeah, that's a lovely reflection back into the water, and I really do particularly like boat sheds, so I think I'll sketch that one today. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting in a series of points where I want to start, just a reference of where to start. Okay, there's that little part there. Right, so let's start. So there's a direct line here, goes over to here. I'll just join this up here. I'm pretty much just drawing this freehand. You could draw this up in pencil first if you don't feel confident enough to do it freehand. I don't worry about little mistakes, I'll just keep going. Okay, and there's a sign up here. Kalindi Homestead. There's quite a large door. Just put that central there. The door does have an opening in the centre. And then this is pretty much out on a jetty in front of the homestead. The day we were motoring along in our little boat, they were setting up for a wedding out in the grounds. It looked pretty idyllic, I've got to say. So under here you've got a dark area. So along here there was a bit of a boardwalk that came down to the water. That went up to the land level. That was the land level there. And that was the bank. So there was a bank here. So this is just a line drawing. Let's just put that here. I think it was over here they were setting up for that wedding with all the tents and marquees, and it just looked fabulous. So in here I'll be writing C-L-L-I-N-D-I, homestead. Okay, so here this kind of came down a little bit there, and it was made of weatherboards. Looked like it was quite an old building. going to do this tutorial in 2 sections because I noticed that if I just leave it going, it's very difficult to upload to YouTube if it's too long. So I'll do this in 2 sections. So I'll do the drawing, the sketching up first, then I'll stop. And continue. Okay, so sometimes I just kind of lightly sketch and then come back in and define. So in behind this boat shed is the homestead itself. It looks to be quite an old homestead. And so here I'm not making too much of a big deal about that part of the building. We'll just bring in some trees here. And there were some trees around there. So what I do want to do though is put in that reflection. So it was quite, the water was so still that you could see it was like glass. The reflections coming back down. Into the water. So I'm not being too particular about getting the sketch totally correct. That's all gonna, I find paint really does amazing things. Okay, so that will be it for now. And it's just a few other a few lines that I'm putting in here. There's a grassed area there. Okay, it's mainly, I want the focal point to be here. So I'm not worrying too much about what's happening over here. I'm just putting in some shapes. Okay, this is part 1. Do part 2 in a minute.